Hello everyone. This is a lecture covering how to access the web-based training courses at cms.gov. And you will have several assignments in different courses that require that you complete these web-based training classes. I'm at cms.gov, www.cms.gov. When this page opens up, you'll notice this bar across the top. Fantastic, phenomenal information. I encourage you to take a look through this. We work a lot in this Medicare tab. The research, statistics, data, and systems is excellent information for data analytics, and this may be information that you actually refer to once you begin working. Same thing with regulations and guidance. They revise this page pretty consistently. We typically put links in the courses, but they break all the time because CMS changes things. So it's always a good idea for you to be familiar with how to use this page and get to what you need. Now, specifically for web-based training, we want to go to outreach and education. And when we go to outreach and education, a lot of educational topics out here. If you're working and you have a CMS question, this is where I would come first. You can also find great information at Medicare.com, which is designed for the beneficiary, but many times those topics are in layman's terms. So that's a good place to start to get some initial information. Then come to cms.gov, where they have more of this specific CMS terminology. Now, under outreach and education, it says get training, earn credit, attend events, find resources. I just worked with a student who had some very unfortunate family situations, and she let her credential lapse. So she actually had to be reinstated, and in order to do that, she had to complete 2 years worth of CEUs and the required ICD-10 CEUs, which you won't have to complete because you're taking courses. And she was able to obtain the majority of her CEUs through the cms.gov website at no cost. So if you are ever in a financial bind and feel that you can't afford to take time off work or to pay for CEUs, come to the cms.gov website. You complete the training, you complete an assessment, and then you get your certificate of attendance, which they won't give you unless you earn a minimum grade. And it has been my experience up to this point that AHIMA will accept this training for CEUs. So please keep that in mind. And of course, you don't have to begin earning CEUs until after you graduate, and then you have a 2-year window. So I think that's great information, but we're going to go to get training. This is how you'll get to the web-based training courses. And then once you get here, you'll find we're in the Medical Learning Network, MLN, and then you will find all the different trainings that are available. Let me go back just a second. Okay, I thought that, let me look at Find Resources. I actually thought that oh, and they'll pop up and ask you if you want to complete a survey, and no, at this point in time, I do not. Okay. So we're at Get Training. And I'm going to click on the Medicare Learning Network. And you'll notice right here under Events and Training, and this is the part that's new, Under Events and Training, it says Web-Based Training. So I'm going to click on Web-Based Training. And now it has the listing of the web-based training courses that are available. And of course, you have to log in. So if you created a login, write it down somewhere so you remember it. Maybe even put it as a contact in your cell phone. But I'm going to go ahead, and you see they divide them up based on what type of web-based training they have classified it as, whether it's general information or coding or fraud and abuse. And so I'm going to log in and show you what that looks like once you get logged in. And either their website is slow this morning or mine is. Okay, so now I'm logging in, and this is similar to what we have seen over the past year with the changes and the updates. And you can see that you can now click on these links to take you to the courses. Now, we're in web-based training. Do you see there's a computer monitor right here? That means that those are all web-based training courses that are available. You can click on See All Content for this category. When you do, it provides you with a list of all the information that's available. Some of it may be information that you will find helpful in your work. And then it shows you, you can see the computer, that it shows the web-based training courses, and you can see that there are 6 pages here. So there is a number of web-based training courses within this particular category. And again, acute PPS, that's in HIM 225. Medicare billing certificate program for Part A, for Part B. If you find that, I doubt you'll find yourself working in billing for Part A, but if you're in a physician office, you may very well find yourself doing billing for Part B. So this would be a great webcast for you to go in and participate and complete. If you're interviewing for a job, I would suggest that you check the Medicare website for any information that's specific to that particular setting and review it before you interview. And if the opportunity comes up, make them aware that you're very aware of the cms.gov website and the resources that are available for providers. So anyway, and of course you can do that for each of these particular areas, keeping in mind that when we first came to web-based training, before we logged in, before we logged in, that it broke these courses down for us. So if you have an assignment to complete the acute care and the IPPS, you know to look for that under General Medicare Program Information. If you're completing Medicare fraud and abuse prevention, detection, and reporting, you know that you're going to find that in the fraud and abuse area. So finding the web-based training courses that you need to complete before you log in would be helpful. In 225, you're going to be doing, I believe, the World of Medicare, Acute Care, Inpatient PPS, and then the Medicare Fraud and Abuse. And so you'll be able to see where within web-based training you need to go to access those courses. If you have any questions about this, as always, please let us know, and that will conclude this lecture.